Down 6, 1:25 to play. Donovan goes away from the pick, drives the lane, into the basket. Foul from behind. He'll get 2 free throws. 1:18 to play.
Alonzo Ball hits himself in the head because he knew he just made a very a terrible foul.
Because Donovan had no chance to make this shot.
Yeah.
Steven Adams had defended it perfectly. Donovan was fading away. I mean, Donovan makes remarkable shots, so there was a chance, but it would have been one of those remarkable shots. Free throw from Donovan hits nothing but net. 125, 120. I'll tell you what, if Steven Adams touches the ball again, I'd foul him. I'll play that game. Because we're not stopping him enough to let Brandon Ingram or Zion Williamson work to their spot on the floor. The other night, though, New Orleans fell apart late against San Antonio, going 4 of 16 in the final 5 minutes shooting. Donovan makes both free throws. We're down to 4. Jazz trailed by 17. 125, 121. Lonzo Ball to the front court, a half-court set. Ingram comes to get it. Royce has got the assignment. He's going to retreat, now go one-on-one. He takes a left-hand dribble, dives into O'Neal, gets cut off, bounces to Zion, in the paint, lost the ball, loose. Adams saves it, kick out to Bledsoe, 2 on the shot clock. Fading back, right side 3, no. Long rebound, Battle Boyan has it. 50 seconds left, Donovan on the run. Royce right side for 3. Bang! It's a 1-point game with 46.7 seconds to play. How did we get here? Wow!
Just keep playing.
Just keep swimming. On our theme of Disney, just like Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, Ron. We don't have Disney on Ice here tonight. It's quite pleasant. 125, 124. Jazz down by a point with 46.7 seconds left. Earlier this year, the Pelicans played a very similar game to this, Ron, against the Indiana Pacers. They played a game where if you were watching them, you thought the Pelicans could be a home court advantage team in the first 3.5 quarters of the game. I mean, they were just brilliant. And then down the stretch, they just completely collapsed and lost to the Pacers in overtime that night. And it actually had a terrible lingering after effect on the group. They never really quite recovered from that loss early in the season. They were 4-2 at the time. They proceeded to lose 8 of their next 9 after that game.
And I can see them in this ball game falling apart here as well. But right now, I believe they'll put the ball in Zion's hands.
Ingram to inbound. It's been Ingram's team. We'll see if Ron's right. Zion comes to get it at the top, hands it back to Ingram. Royce has got the assignment. Ingram drives, left hand, stop, fading jumper, no good. Rebound, Jazz have it with a chance to take the lead. They trailed by 17. Donovan attacking, right side layup. No, Gobert tip, no. Gobert tip again and a foul. It's on Rudy. With 29.5 seconds left. Donovan missed the layup. Rudy tipped it once, twice, got his right arm around Zion's neck. And that's the foul they called.
I really believe if Donovan would have one-legged the layup, he would have been able to get to the basket.
Interesting. Brandon Ingram in the clutch this year, by the way, is shooting 30%. But this will be free throws for Zion, and the left-hander hits the first. Zion's 83% free throws in the clutch. So they went to Ingram instead, Ron. And he's not been able to do it. Favors checks in to rebound. Jazz will have a timeout. 2 of them, in fact. 126, 124, 29.5 seconds left. Second free throw from Zion Williamson is good. Quinn will take the timeout. In the clutch this year, Zion is now 17 of 20 at the free throw line. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he seems to have a pretty good touch there. I watched him shoot three-point shots and seems to be getting better, but, at 31%, you still want him taking those kind of shots. He's just so good around the rim. And he's going to get to the free throw line a ton. So if you're not making free throws, if you're not, for the most part, getting better at free throws, it's going to hurt you in the long run.
So down 3 with 29.5 seconds left. I actually will make eye contact with former BYU coach and now on our staff, Tim Lacombe. My take on this is you still have a timeout remaining, so you don't need to take a 3 with 29.5 seconds left. You could get a quick 2 here and foul, and then the worst case scenario you would have is a 3 to tie out of a timeout. But if you get a 3, you can take it, but you might as well attack the basket right away, try to go get the 2, and then foul. You're going to, in all likelihood, have to foul because you're going to score sometimes under the 27-second mark. So if you can get a bucket right away for a 2, that's the right play. Then it's 127, 126. They make both free throws. Then you'd have to shoot your 3 with no timeouts left.
And both teams have one timeout left.
And frankly, it might be easier to get that 3 out of a made free throw with no timeouts left than it is to get it out of a set play. As good as these coaches are, these defenses are pretty good too. Jazz have a timeout if they need it on the inbound. Pelicans have a timeout. No fouls to give on either side. Donovan's being guarded by Lonzo Ball. Conley comes to the ball. Conley has it on the left side of the floor. Driving. Hands it off to Bogdanovich. Looks like they're playing for a 3. Conley ball fakes. Dives into a wild 3 and airballs. That is not entirely clear what happened there, and a fast break dunk the other way. And the Jazz will lose tonight. Jazz really played that.
Conley, who was trying to get free, JD, and we would not bite on the fakes.
I'm a little bit surprised Utah didn't just say, okay, we'll take the quick 2 and then we'll foul you. Instead, they forced the 3, and the Pelicans, again, do a great job defensively of not just challenging, but not fouling.
So Zion got the rebound, got it to Zoe. Hart leaked out the flush. Not quite the dagger. We need one more stop here, JD, and that'll be it.
And that's proof all the poise doesn't have to be offensively. Sometimes.
It's 96 with 2:20 left and lost that game.
Well, if their defense doesn't get better, I didn't see them switch up and do things different defensively all night long, then that's just the type of team they're going to be. I don't
Ingles
think
inbounds to Donovan. He'll take a 3 on the right side, no good. Rebounds tapped out. Lonzo Ball has it. We're done. So the Jazz will go to 1-2 on this trip, trying to break even in Philadelphia next. Final score, 129-124. Despite 31 from Bogdanovich, 22 from Gobert. Ingram and Williamson do their usual season average of 26, but it's the guard play of Lonzo Ball with 23, J.J. Redick with 14, Josh Hart and Eric Bledsoe. The Pelicans got a balanced attack, and the Jazz never got the defensive stops they needed to get in this one to close it out. Ron, your thoughts on what we saw tonight?
Well, it's hard to say whether if I want to go as far as to say the Jazz were a little tired. I think they just got beat, David. I really don't see anything that the Pelicans did that would keep them from scoring or getting anything they wanted out there on the floor. But defensively, they just couldn't do anything with Zion. They couldn't do anything with Ingram. Ingram is ranked number 1 or something like that in mid-range, 47% mid-range. He got through his spots. Zion the same way. So the Jazz and the Jazz didn't get the threes. So I don't know. This
weren't sharp tonight.
Yeah.
They haven't had a night where they weren't sharp a little bit. It's been a long time since the Jazz were not sharp like this.
Every other day of playing sooner it's going to take your toll, especially when you're a traveling team. And this is not going to get any better. I mean, one more game on the road against Philadelphia. They'll come home after a rest in the break, play one game, and then go back out for 5, not 4 this time.
Well, hopefully with a little extra juice. Tim Lacombe, Jake Scott join us. Tim, what'd you see tonight?
I saw, definitely a differentiation in effort. And I don't know that it was fatigue or, that they weren't just locked in. But to me, it felt a little bit like, that they were just a step behind everything. And I think Ron hit it on the head when he said that New Orleans got to all their spots. And I don't know. I don't know what you do to stop Zion. I really don't. I mean, the way the rules are now, and the way he demands space is just he's proving it.